everyone, Rick here, and folks, we've got quite a box to open today. Now, I was surprised at the size of this package because the item itself, though I've seen it online, didn't look big enough to warrant a box of this size. Now, this is from GameStop. It's probably backwards on the camera. Oh my gosh, look at all these packing bubbles. Let's get this box out of the way because that's right, folks. What we're looking at is going to be this, the Dungeons & Dragons Demon Idol Dice Tower. How insane is this thing? So I saw Stefan Picorni, the founder of Dwarven Forge, on Facebook show off that he picked up one of these. Now his looked pretty darn cool, I gotta say. And of course, he mentioned it would be sweet if Dwarven Forge came out with their own D&D themed dice tower, which it absolutely would be. But in the meantime, this will do. From that iconic cover artwork, we have the demon in dice tower form, and there's some kind of electronic component to this thing too. Now we're definitely going to have to take a peek and make sure that our batteries look okay. Oh my gosh, this is a big old beast. Holy smokes. I might go grab a minifigure to show the scale. But they said, I saw people who also picked up one of these say prepare to be impressed by the size. But look at that. So you dump the dice down there, but of course, when he's not being used to randomize your luck stones, you can pop the top of his head back on. How sweet is that? Let's do a full 360 here. So it's just very basically painted, as you can see. But I like the lighting, you know, coming off of the flame, which does light up, by the way. Let's pull out this little tab here. First, let's check our batteries, because Stefan's had some corrosion. No, the batteries actually look pretty good in this one. All right, cool. Let's see. Very nice. Very eerie with that. I mean, that's just a cool display piece for your game room, even if you don't use it as a dice tower. We are absolutely going to be rolling some dice through this thing. If I would have had some forethought, I would have made like a Dwarven Forge thing to trap the dice. In fact, I probably will. So we'll be back with a mini for scale and some dice. All right, folks, and we are back. I just cobbled together a quick dice tray. Now, this is insanely elaborate. You're not going to want your dice tower and dice tray to take up a third of the table. But once I got started, of course, whenever, it's like Pringles. Once you pop, you can't stop building with Dwarven Forge. And these are the Dwarvenite pieces. So especially if you're rolling metal dice through this thing, if you wanted to do a obviously much simpler dice tray to keep your dice contained once they go through the tower, I probably wouldn't use the resin Dwarven Forge pieces. These Dwarvenite ones will be absolutely just fine. So as you can see, the scale of this thing is pretty gigantic. This is just a 25-28 mil standard figure. This thing is absolutely huge. It looks like a fantastic terrain piece, even if you don't want to use it to roll your dice. But here's how it works. So we'll pop off the the scalp of the thing, and dice flow through this really nicely. Of course, that's one way to take out a room full of skeletons. But so those are just some common, D6. Obviously, we have some smaller ones as well. Now, this is much more fun. Now, the one thing you don't want to do, which I notice, is if you have like a whole bowl. Obviously, you're probably not rolling, well, maybe 36 dice at once. And that worked okay. When I first tried it, I had the entire 36 dice and I dumped them all in. They kind of started to get clogged. So here is the hole at the top there. And here is what it looks like kind of on the inside there as well. Also, here's the rest of this bottom part if you wanted to take a peek at that. But anyway, So yeah, here's how the back of the dice tray looks. Very cool, very cool. Anyway, so like this is a big old D20. Normal D20s work just fine. This is a big old metal one. It's not solid. It's one of those really cool hollow ones. This barely fits. In fact, it's actually stuck in the top right now. But if you jiggle it a little, it'll eventually come out of there. So there is a size limit, obviously, to the size of dice. Here's a couple just standard D20s, and those fit through there just fine. Of course, one of the all-important tests for dice towers are how do D4s roll? How well? No problem, which is fantastic because so many dice towers that I have loved. There's another D4. Here's a whole polyhedral dice set. And that worked out just fine. So here's some more. And here are the rest of these metal ones. Boom. That was just absolutely awesome. All right, folks. So that was that. As I was saying, some D4s don't work well with all dice towers. Like here's one of those acrylic, really cool looking dice towers. But if you try to roll a D4 down there, it's going to get stuck. But anyway, so absolutely love this. It just looks fantastic on the tabletop. It's a great scale, a great just decor piece in your game room. And it was not absolutely expensive. I will check on the price and be right back. You could tell how prepared I was with the information for this video. Hey, this just came in just minutes ago. I wanted to get it unboxed so fast. And so, yes, it's $50, $49.99 USD with free shipping from GameStop.com. And please don't leave a ton of comments below saying how you could have 3D printed something even vastly superior to this for the cost of a Werther's original from your grandma's purse. We get it, you're crafty. You DIY folks like me are uninterested in that. This is a fantastic piece for your game room, dice tower, as a decor piece, as an in-game item if you wanted to even. I absolutely love it. All right, folks, that'll do it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it, and until next time.